Morning to all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, sir.
Everybody just try to connect three routers, three switches, and two devices in each switch and complete the basic configuration first. Our aim of the lab is that to configure EIGRP. Different devices we have to connect straight through cable. Router to routers, real TCP cable connect, but let's see that the port is available or not. So port is not available. We have to enable it. We need to add the modules. So here with power is on, so we have to first make it off and check with the WIC2T card because we will get that 4 serial interface in this module. Drag and drop first directly. Make it power on. Similarly do it for the other routers. Now you can connect serial AC port. You can
Excuse me,
connect
sir.
any interface you can connect. Yeah, tell me.
सर बोल रहा हूँ कि आप बोल रहे थे कि पिछले क्लास में जो असाइनमेंट दिया था उसमें भी एक करवाए थे आप। आप बोल रहे थे कि उसमें एक कमांड लिखना था राउटर पे, तो उससे भी कर सकते हैं सर। वो वाला कमांड एक बार बता दीजिएगा प्लीज।
आई मीन जिसमें रिमूव करना है तुमको
हाँ
RIP
हाँ,
एड्रेस।
रिमूव करना है।
हाँ, so the command is no IP route. The previous configuration, if you'll open it and if you write the no IP route, then all the routes of that particular network will be removed. And if you want to remove that entire network, so you have to specify initially. First you have to specify that which route you wanted to remove. So first you'll write no IP route, and there was a IP like 20.0.0.0, followed with the subnet mask 255.0.0.0, and then there was a destination like 10.0.0.2. So if you'll write the entire details of the route, so entire route will be removed from the network. So like that way also you can proceed. You can check it from your side.
ओके सर।
Here just make it all the ports on. Initially all the switch are having all the ports at initial condition are on. So in the router all the ports are not up. So we have to make it up. So for that we have to write the command no shutdown. In a real environment, as you know that you cannot directly enter to the router and you cannot do any directly configuration in the router, but uh, in the packet tracer, that feature is there. So you can directly enter to the CLI. The real environment, what we used to do, we have to connect to the control port, and we need to connect to any of the devices, end user device, maybe laptop, PC, or any end devices. So here we can directly go to the CLI and we can write the command inside the router.
Hello, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
can you show me that which module you have used in router?
Sorry.
Sir, which module you have used in router?
Model serial WIC 2T, wide interface card 2T. That model.
Okay, thank you.
Let me enter to the interface FA 0/0. So INT FA 0/0. That is the port is down. So I need to
Sir,
make
can
it
you
up.
change the host name to R1?
Yeah, sure. I'll change it. The host name is R1. Done. And now we will move to the next interface. INTSC 0/0. No assets. Give the clock rate. Clock rate is like how much there should be data speed. How much it will be fast, like when you're receiving a packet, when we're sending it. So there will be a range in between like 1200 to, like we have seen in the previous class, 1200 to 40 lakhs, right? So out of this range, you can choose any value. So here I am specifying
Sir,
64,000. Yeah, tell me.
sir, if I by chance entered a wrong command, how to correct that? Like I entered the wrong host name. So, uh, how will I
So
correct that?
just write the no before of that. Like suppose you have written the host name is R2 or R3 in place of R1. So write no host name R1. Just mention it. It will be removed, and then you can rewrite that new update with the new host name.
Okay, sir.
So can't we just use another hostname command? Like I can use another hostname R2, then it will update it, right?
No problem. So just see here I am in the interface 0/0 serial interface. Let me check it there or not. No, I'm in the interface. Yeah, that's fine. The serial interface 0/0. I made it no access, and also I've given the clock rate. I'll do it for the other router. Same thing. We move to the directly CLI.
So what was the clock rate that that you've taken for our router was 0?
64,000. Any value you can take, that is all up to you. From 1200 to 40 lakhs, out of this range, you can choose any value. Here, just go to the interface FA. So this interface, like FA0/0 of the second router is also connected to the switch. So again, we need to make it no shutdown of this interface. So what I'm going to do first, let me change the router name. The host name is R2, right? And I'll make it no as such. Sorry, need to go to the interface, then only you can write no as such. FA0/0. Just type no as such. Okay. Now we have to move to real interface 0/1. So just type int SC0/1. Make it no sh. This one is also up. Similarly, do it for the other interface int sc. Sorry. int SC0/0.
Sir,
No.
I had a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I read the int sc0/1 and then I wrote no sh, so it changed to down for me.
Down for you? No. I think previously have you written that no sh for that same interface? Okay.
No, sir. I wrote it for fa0/0. For that it became
No,
up.
no.
After that I wrote for sc.
See, another, if once you'll, make it another interface also up, then only this will show you the green. So till the time when we're not making it another interface up, then it will be not up. But in this case, like when we're connecting router to the switch and router interface is on, I mean, your interface, you have made it up and switch is by default up. So immediately it will start sending the packet. So that will not a problem. But in the router to router, both the interface should be on, then only it will show you green. So check with that. This one, you have made it no sh. Again, you have to go to this interface also, just you have to make it no sh. Then only the port will be up. Just check it once again.
Okay, sir.
Just give the clock rate here. I'm in the serial interface 0/0. Let me give clock rate of 64,000. And this one done. Let's move to the another router.
The clock rate meaning how many bits will be transferred, right?
Yes. No as such. No, sorry. No, just no, you have to type. Quantity. No, why I'm typing? Because I don't need previous configuration. So that's why I'm typing here no initially. Just to go to the next, I'm in the privilege mode. So I need to go to global privilege. So just type quantity and just make it that interface of serial interface 0/0.
Sir, host name.
int, yeah, I'll change this serial interface 0/0 and make it no as such. Change the host name, exit, and here is the host name. Host name should be RP. Done. And go do it for the another interface FA. What was that? Just check it here. FA0/0. 0/0 should be on. So no sh again. Done. So till this, I hope you all have done. Just try from your side. All the ports, just make it first up. Everything should show you with the green symbol, like all the interfaces of switch, router, and everything. Now the next part is that we have to configure that default gateway in the router, and also we will assign that IP in the each and every devices. So let me use the sub network so that we will not be getting confused. I'll write all the network detail here. 192.168. let it be, this one is 1.0 slash 24. Class C I'm using. This is for 192.168.2.0 slash 24. And this is for 192.168.3.0 slash 24. So these are the IPs I have assigned for them out between router to switch, and I'll give another IP, private IP like 10.0.0.0.0 slash 8, and that is for the router 1 to router 2, and router 2 to router 3 there will be IP like 20.0.0.0 slash 8. Done. Now you have to assign in the router and each devices with all details. Now go to the router, and here I have to move to the particular interface INT FA 0/0 and just give IP address is the IP 192.168.1.1 followed with the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. This is the IP of that interface 0/0. And next, what you'll do, you also just assign the IP of the serial interface as well. SE 0/0. Give IP address 10.0.0.0.1 255.0.0.0.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I have one doubt.
Please tell me.
Sir, sir, you have taken /24 for the IP addresses of the routers, but you have taken /8 for the interface.
Yeah, because I'm using private IP for the serial interface, and for the fast Ethernet port between routers or switches, I'm using class C IP. I mean, that is also a private IP, but it's a class C IP, and class A IP I have assigned to the router to router.
Oh,
If you
okay,
want
got
to
it,
use,
sir.
yeah, if you want to use same I mean class CIP only in the router to router, that's not a problem.
Okay,
Because I
sir.
need less number of network, na. Actually, why
Yes,
I'm
sir.
doing like that? Like suppose if you need less number of network. So here in private IP class A, how many network you can configure? You have /8. It means that 2 raised to the power 8 maximum minus 2
Yes,
if you will
sir.
calculate. So maximum that means of network, because router to router we are just two router we are connecting. Definitely there is a loss of wastage of IP will be there, but anyhow I have used a small network so that it will be better to configure in different router to router. But if you connect multiple number of network in the router to switches and multiple switches, if you will be connected to the router. So there, if I'll use class C IP, so many network we can configure, like 2 raised to the power 24 minus 2 number of network we can configure from class
Yes,
C,
sir.
right? Okay, so let's move to the next router. This part we have done. Guys, just mute it. Who has unmuted? Continuously some irritating voice is coming. Let's move to the next router. The router 2. So there are three things we have to do it here. PIP we have to assign. First one is INTFA 0/0. No SH. Sorry, I have already given no SH. I need to just give IP address So IP address and what IP I will assign guys here?
Sir,
192.1.
instead of
Excuse me, sir.
writing,
Yes, tell me 2.1.
Sir,
instead of writing,
Bolo, you go ahead. Yeah, tell me.
sir,
Say
I
it
was
now.
just
I can.
asking in this
Mhm.
in router one when I tried to use clock rate,
Mhm.
it asks me this command only applies only to DC interfaces. But sir, I didn't use DCE, sir.
See, clock rate only where the clock is showing on that interface only it will work. Like
Sir,
suppose serial interface 0/0, clock
yes,
symbol is showing here. So you have to give that clock rate on that interface only. If you try to give clock rate on serial interface 0/1, there it will not work because there is no need of any one side. If you give the clock rate, then it's fine. It will be work from the both the interface, both the part of this router and wherever the same interface will be connected the same cable na this is the one interface another interface is this so you are just assigning clock rate on the serial interface 0/0 because the clock is showing over here if you assign this side then it will not work because no need of assigning this there is no meaning of that so just check it in which interface you are assigning just first enable the port I some student what they're doing they are not enabling the ports like not showing where which interface you have connected so on that case you will face difficulty so just go to add it just see I will show you like if you are not if you have not been added now so what you will do you go to the option preferences and just enable the always show port labels in logical workspace this checkbox just enable it once you enable, all the ports will be visible. Accordingly, just do the things.
okay, sir.
Just look at here. I was in
sir,
the route to, yeah.
so instead of writing IP address, the full address word, we can just use ADD, right?
Yeah, I'm doing only
The
that thing
command.
only. I have pressed only tab, that's why it's coming IP address, full address. What
Okay,
I'm
sir.
doing is, actually, I used to write only short form, right? But when I have written ADD and then I press tab, na, automatically full address is taking. If you will not press tab and you type the IP address, it will also work. That's not a problem. But I have a habit of, pressing tab after short name of the any command. So because automatically it will take full and other in this situation, all the student will understand that okay, what is the exact the command sir is typing. With those who are doing first time, for them it will be difficult to understand because add ADD means that there is many things can happen. Like they will think that okay, sir is adding two IP like 255.255.0 and also 192.168.2.0. Sir is adding both the things. So that's why sir has written add, but not. It is not this kind of things. Add is here for the address. So that's why I have pressed the tab so that you should understand this is the address of IP, right? So for the computer science student, they can easily understand. But this Cisco program is not only for the computer science and IT student. So anybody is good in the networking, Python and cyber security, they can be a Cisco engineer. Okay. So that's why we when we were getting training from the Cisco, so at that time our trainer also instructed us like the student those who are from the civil, mechanical or IT or electrical might be they will not understand this short form. So you should press tab so that they will get to know that the actual what command you are typing it. Okay, so let's move ahead with the next one. I'm in the router 2 and I have given the IP for a fast Ethernet port, but I need to go to serial interface now because I was in the fast Ethernet interface. Now I'll move to serial interface. So just see INT directly you can press here SC and there is a interface like serial 0/1 and 0/0. So 0/1 I have to give the IP of 10.0.0.2. So that IP I need to assign. /1.
Sir, वो INT होगा, IT लिख
Sir,
दिया।
INT.
Yeah. By mistake, I have written it. INT. There should be a FG 0/1. And now I need to give the IP of IP address and the value like 10.0.0.2 to 55.0.0.0. Do it for the next one. INT SC 0/0/0 and the IP should be IP address. The next IP should be 20.0.0.1. think have you written that this IP, right? 55.0.0.
So how are we understanding that for 0/1 it is 10 and for 0/0 it is 20?
No, see, 10 was for this interface, na, serial 0/1. But serial 0/0, I have used another network, 20.0.0. So that's why I have, used one of the
Okay,
IP.
so by that time. Okay.
So now see here, that is the IP 20.0.0.1 and 255.0.0.0. Now the next thing is that this part we have done, and anything left for any interface? No. Okay, fine. Let's move to the another router. We can close this. Move to the third router. Just saying. Those who will be asking question, they can unmute because that option I have enabled it. But unnecessary some voice is coming, so I have muted all. Just see, I am in the router 3. Just move to Conti. Okay, and I have to go to the interface, serial interface 0/0. And just give the IP. Here the IP should be 20.0.0.2. So I have to write the first IP address. And the value is 20.0.0.2. To 55.0.0.0. Done. Let's move to the fast Ethernet port. INT FA. That interface is FA. Just check it 0/0. That is the interface I have to mention. And assign that IP address 192.168.3.1 and subnet mask is 255.255.0. So this is the basic configuration till that we have done. And
Sir,
we have not, yeah, tell me.
sir, you have written int S0/0 instead of SE0/0.
SE earlier I have mentioned, I think. SE, oh, okay. But it will take, I mean, S is for SE only, I mean, serial interface. That's not a problem. It will work. S0/0 is just like a serial interface. Even you'll use that now. Just see. If I'll write in SE0/0, that is a short form, simple. And if you write the IP, this IP I have used, just see this one, 20.0.0.2, hit enter, then our same thing will happen. S or SE, in place of SE, you can use as that is a short form. In packet tracer, that kind of, that the short form can be, used for any router or switches or any devices of the Cisco. So that's not a problem. Okay, so the next part is that we have done entire basic configuration to the router and switches, but what I did it till now, like only I configure the router with the interface of whatever IP that I supposed to assign, like the default gateway IP and the serial interface. That part I did it, but I haven't configured that PC with the IP address. So let's move to the PC and configure the IP address. I'll do that PC 192.168 dot, it should be 1.2, and that IP will be repeated in the sense of last bit only we have to change. So mostly it will be similar. So here I'm just copying it. 192.168 1.1. This is our default gateway. If you want to give the DNS, you can give it 8.8.8.8. Google DNS, I'm just assigning. Going to the next PC. Same thing. Only you need to change in the last octet. And here also just use the same one. This is your 8.8.8.8. Wait for the other PC as well. This one should be 2.2, right? And the default gateway should be 2.1. Eight dot eight dot eight. Other router as well, we have to do the same thing. I mean the same second router only. Okay. So here I have to mention 2.3. Ask is fine. Default gateway 2.1. Eight dot eight dot eight dot eight. One is 3.2. T.1. Eight dot eight dot eight. For this devices, it's not done. Now what I'll do is switch for another PC. T dot T. Control with 3.1. Okay, so after completing entire this thing, just ping it once and save this configuration, because next one when we'll go for the OSPF, no, I will not do this one. Remember this. I'll save from after the I hope you all have completed till that, and just save this basic configuration. So whenever you'll use for any other routing protocol and all, so you can directly open this file and it will start configuring from there. And after saving this, when you will open the new one, just let me make you understand. Just see here. First, let me check that whether it's pinging and all or not. So I'll try to ping from device to the router. Let me check whether it's pinging, that our basic part is working or not. 192.168.1.1. So that's fine. It's pinging. Now I will try to ping the different devices in the same network. So that should also ping 192.168 dot should be 1.3. Okay, that's great. This one also pinging. I'll do it for this router as well. I mean router 2. I'll try to ping 192.168.2.1. That's great. This one is also pinging. Now I'll check it for 2.3 never PC. Okay, so that one also pinging. So if we try to ping the serial interface part, will it ping or not? Let me check. 20.0.0.2. Ping, right? And it will try to ping 20.0.0.2, 10.0.0.2. That also I will check it. Okay, here I'll make changes like 10.0.0.2. This one is pinging, that's fine. Because theoretically also it says that it should ping because it's directly connected to this router, na? Serial interface 10 dot, just see here, this one, this interface I was talking about. But if I'll write the serial interface 20.0.0.1, will it ping or not? Tell me guys. 20.0.0.1. Will it ping or
Yes, sir,
not?
it will ping. Yes, sir, it will ping.
It will ping, right? Because those
Right,
who are
yes.
directly connected to the router, definitely it will ping. Indirect connection will not ping, because for the indirect connection we require the routing protocol. So that's great. So till that we have successfully completed. Now I will check with the third router as well. Let me go to the command prompt and ping 192.168.3.1. That is also pinging. Now the next is what I'll do. I'll check it with the 20 dot ping 20.0.0.2. Sorry, 20.0.0.2. Just check it. Yeah, that's pinging. But it also says that it should ping. Now I'll check with the other devices. 192. 192.168.3 dot, let it be 3.2. T3. The 3.2 is on device. Okay, that's fine. Everything is fine. So what I'll do, I'll save it this basic configuration. You also do the same thing. Just go to save as, make some folder. Cisco classes folder, you can make it.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh no, sir. I thought my screen froze. Sorry.
Just save that this basic configuration. When you complete this now, after that, what you will do, you'll save it with the EIGRP. Till now, whatever folder you have, don't save it in the same folder. Now, once you complete, you'll save it in the other folder. So next time when you'll use, so you'll use basic configuration of 3 router, and you can go ahead with the other routing protocol. It will be better. I mean, we can save at least 50 minute time. It took around 40 to 50 minutes to complete this basic part, right? Because 2 times I have made it for a few people only, those who are not regular for them. But next class, I hope you all should be regular, and you should not be missing the session. And if you will not be regular, that is your and you will be in the trouble. I'll check that your attendance list, and I'll, as we have discussed with the last time we had a meeting with the Cisco Netacad team, they have told that for the instructor led program, if anybody is not attending classes, their attendance less than 90%, just remove from the course. Let them go for the self test. They do it by own, whatever they will do it or not, that is their choice. But for the instructor lead, and they are enrolled for that, then let them to make the 90%, more than 90% attendance. Otherwise, remove them from the course, and we will also take care of the further process. We will not be allowed them for upcoming hiring, and anything is happening, any benefited from the Cisco side, you will not get that. Remember this. Okay, so let's move to the next one. What I will do, I'll go to the router. We have also, configure everything related to the IP and all. So now only the part is left like configuring routing, configuring EIGRP, Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocols, right?
Sir,
So,
sir, when we have done the static routing, in that we have to remove that route tables, right? So starting routing, then we'll have this initial configuration.
yes, then you will get the initial configuration and you will start operating with the EIGRP. That also you can do. Okay, so let's move, but make an practice. What is the issue? I mean, first time if you are doing it, if as many time you'll configure, you'll gain the confidence and you'll learn so many things. If you'll make mistake, then you have to correct, and troubleshooting also one of the skill, right? So that don't get like okay, one time you're done, second time you should not do. Don't get lazy, because if you are learning something first time, as many time you will do the things, you'll have a more and more knowledge on that. So you just make a habit of it. Okay, so let's move ahead with the EIGRP. So what I will type command here, that is new for you. First of all, we have to write the same directly. If you want to check that what are the directly connected networks in this router. So the very simple command, last class also I have shown you, do show IP. What was the command, guys? IP route.
Do show IP route.
Do show IP route.
So enter this and you will get to know what are the directly connected networks. So all the indirect connection has not been established. So that's why only directed connected network is showing. So once you'll configure the EIGRP, then it will show you that all the indirect connections. Okay. So here just type the command router and the protocol itself, EIGRP. Okay. And then give the question mark that we have discussed in the last class, autonomous number system. So this is the range that we have out of this. Yeah, tell me.
So what is the difference between this EIGRP routing protocol and the previous one that we have used?
The number of
Static
hope. I mean, if you are configuring more number of routers, so for that we should go for the EIGRP. Now also it will be a faster. RIP is for the limited number of devices. I think you have gone through the packet. You have gone through the modules in the CCNA, and where I hope you read that, like what is the use of RIP, EIGRP, OSPF. So every protocol have the some specific use cases in the sense of number of devices, some limitation of the devices, how many it can connect the hops in a network. So more number of devices, you should go for EIGRP. Again, if you need the very fast communication over the network, you can go ahead with this OSPF, right? So, and also there is also condition for the OSPF, like the number of devices also one of the cases. Like so generally whenever we are configuring the EIGRP, OSPF, RIP, so just check with how many router you can maximum router, or how many maximum branches of your office is located in entire globe, and on that basis if you are configuring that particular protocol, so it will help you. Like RIP nowadays people are not using, but main aim is that it is not for the larger distance and not for the maximum number of routers that can configure. So how many router, just you can check it, like maximum how many router you can configure, how many different network you can configure on that particular protocol. So on that basis you can differentiate it for any of the routing protocol. You can check with that. So
Okay.
here just if you'll go ahead with the router EIGRP, and if I'll give the question mark, so we just I have given the question mark, so I have checked that what the value is like 1 to 65,535. So this is the autonomous number system which identify that in which zone you are configuring this EIGRP. And EIGRP, if you have specified that particular number, so as many router, in your zone, like you are connecting 4 or 5 routers. So for 4 and 5 router, if you give the same autonomous number, so whenever you will be using different network, they can communicate among themselves, right? But you want to separate some of the zones that should be not connecting to your zone. Like maybe your office would not having the branch in the Bhubaneswar, and you should not be sharing information to the other branches. So you can give some other number. You in your network you can create a privacy, right? So for that you can give the another number, and on that number again this number will not having matching of that, then it will not send the packet. So these are the conditions, like for giving the numbers. So I will give here 10. You want to give any number, you can give it from your side. Okay, now what I will do, I have to check with that directly connected network which I have already seen here, right? So these are the directly connected network I have to. So what I will type network, the command is network. If you will type NETW and press tab, automatically it will take the network. Okay. And here only you have to give the network ID. Remember this. In the previous class and previous static routing configuration, we were giving that network details along with the subnet mask, along with the destinations or the neighbor routers interface IP. But in this case, you don't have to give those things. You have to just simply enter the network details. No need of giving even what subnet mask. But what mask you will give here? Here is another concept comes, that is called as a wildcard mask. Okay. So what I will do in this case, suppose I have written that IP like 10.0.0.0, and if even you, that is also one of the things like you need to know, even you will not give anything, like not even wildcard mask, not even subnet mask, then also it will work. That is the advantage of using EIGRP. But I will show you what is wildcard mask. That also I will enter it here so that you can understand. Anywhere if it is written like wildcard mask, then you should understand this concept. Okay. So the next part is that our network, directly connected network like 192.168 what is the network 1.0. Okay. And here I'm just going to enter that my wildcard mask. Okay.
So shouldn't the network keyword be before the IP?
Yes, I have not written by mistake. But what you will write whenever you are writing that network details. So what you will do, you have to type that network ID like 192.168.1.0 and followed with the wildcard mask. So wildcard mask is the just opposite of the subnet mask. So as many zeros will be in the network bits, you have to just make it 1. As many 1 will be the host bit or network bit. Wherever there will be a 1, you have to make it 0. Wherever there will be a 0, you have to make it 1. So just think of it. If you have a class C IP, so in case of class C IP, how many bits will be 1 for the networks?
8 bits.
20.
Class C IP. 24 bits will be the network bit. So 24 bit will be 1. So here you have to make it 24 bits 0. So what you will get in the decimal equivalent 0.0.0, right? You'll get this value, and last bit, I mean last octet. So how many bits will be 0 for the host? 8 bits. So you have to convert to the one number of 8 bits. So it will become 255. Did you understand this
Can you
concept?
explain this once more?
192.
192. Yeah, that one will be 192. It's a typing mistake. Yeah, so here, okay, I'll explain it. What I said now. Let me just open that whiteboard. I'll explain it. Screen visible?
So we are
Whiteboard.
initially writing the whole IP, but we are setting the host bit to 0, right? Like for the
Yeah. So
network.
just see na, very simple thing, like 255.25. Can you see the whiteboard, right? 255.255.0,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
right? So what I have to do, when this is my subnet mask. This is called as a subnet mask. But when I need it, like wildcard mask. So for the wildcard mask, what I have to do, wildcard mask. In this case, all see 255 means what? 8 bits is 1, that's why the value is getting 255, right? So I
Yes,
have to
sir.
make it all 8 bits 0. So 8 bit 0 is what? Basically it will become 0 only in the decimal equivalent, right? Again, this all the bits, wherever there will be 1, this one is actually what? This is all your 8 bits are on 1, that's why you are getting 255. Right. For this one also 8 bits are 1. And this one is 000, right? So what I have to do in the wildcard case, all the 1 will become 000. Similarly for other octet as well. And all the 0 just here, it will become 1. Then you will get that wildcard mask. So what is the decimal equivalent for this? 0.0.0.255. So this is the concept of your wildcard mask. So similarly, whenever there will be any IP and the subnet mask, so if you want to convert the subnet mask in the wildcard mask, simple, you have to make it 1 to 0, 0 to 1. Then if you have the classless IP also, and there you want to enter that wildcard mask, on that case also, first you have to convert in the binary form of your subnet mask. Like sometime what will happen here, you are getting 255. Sometimes subnet mask, in the classless IP, it comes like 255.255.240.0. Sometime it will come like 255.228.0, like that way. So in this case, what you will do, you have to simply convert in the binary, and then whatever value you are getting in the binary, just make the opposite of that binary, like 1 to 0, 0 to 1, and you will get that wildcard mask. Because in your exam, sometime the question will be given like your subnet mask is this 252 .252.255.255, like that way. Give me the value of wildcard mask. What is the right? 4 options will be there. What is the wildcard mask of this subnet mask? So how will convert? In this situation, you have to first convert this entire value in the binary form, and then convert to the all the binary, whatever bits is coming, 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. Just opposite of that, you will get that wildcard mask. Because this type of question is there in your module exam. That's why I have explained you here. Okay, so let's move to our configuration part.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello,
tell me.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I had a I thought this one can we simply calculate we are just flipping the bits to calculate. So can we also say like we are just subtracting 255 from each? Like if it was like 255, then it will be becoming 0.
See, that is only for the classful IP. But if there will be a classless IP, then
Okay, okay.
then you will get confused ना. वहाँ पे अब
Yes,
तुम
yes.
सब्ट्रैक्ट करोगे 255 सब्ट्रैक्ट करोगे 252 से, वो आ जाएगा नेगेटिव -3। फिर वहां पे
Yes,
तो
yes.
कंफ्यूजन होगा, ये नेगेटिव है फिर उसको बाइनरी करना, वो बहुत सारा मतलब कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट
हाँ,
होने लगा। इसलिए कंसेप्ट मतलब एक्चुअल जो लॉजिक है ये है जो मैंने अभी एक्सप्लेन किया कि आप उसको पहले बाइनरी में कर दो और जो भी बाइनरी बिट्स आ रहे हैं 1 है तो 0 कर दो, 0 है तो 1 कर दो, उसका बस
okay,
नॉट
sir.
सिंपल नॉट गेट, राइट?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's move to the our network like
Sir,
192.
why you have used already directly connected networks here?
So this is the concept. I mean, see, EIGRP is what? It's one of the routing protocol, and they have designed in such a way that when we are using static routing, we are giving the detail of entire, the route who are connected and directly or indirectly. But in this concept, they have designed the protocol. They have simplified way of the static routing, because static routing is a bit confusing and a bit lengthy, because there if you miss any of the interface IP where the packet is sending, like suppose think of it, you have the 10 networks. So in this case, if you have a 10 network, 10 router, just 10, forget about network, just think of it, 10 router you have. So in this case, just think of it, how many times you are going to type that the route detail, because in the route detail, each and every routers, like what are the interface, neighbors routers interface IP, and what are the values, what are the subnet mask, everything you have to enter. So it is, for the 3 router, it is fine. But if you have 5 router, 10 router, so it will take 5 to 10 hours. And maybe if you have 100, because as you know that in the corporate, like especially if you take an example of Juniper or Cisco, so they are, billions of customers are there for them, right? So they have like not a 1 or 2 router they are dealing with that. There's so many routers. Definitely they are using autonomous system, but anyhow, at logic has to be implemented, then only it will work. As many automation you will use in the industries. So first of all, logic need to be built. So on that case, here, if you are using that simple network, it will automatically what it will do. EIGRP has these features. This is the one of the protocol. The name itself is a enhanced interior gateway protocol. It's a gateway of routing protocol. Understand? Like routing protocol, RIP we have used routing information protocol, and this is the enhanced interior gateway. I mean, the gateway it has been enhanced in the sense of we are not going to specify each and every network, but by default, what will happen whenever you will give the network details of the first router, and when you will enter the first router, that is not a problem because already directly connected details are there. So entering it, you will think that okay, sir, this one also you have given network the default gateway you have given, and now you are assigning network details, network ID. But you will understand when you will enter to the second route. In the second router, what will happen? How many networks will be there? Just think of it.
3 will be directly connected.
3 will be directly connected, and the 10.0.0, just think of it. 10.0.0 you have specified in the router 1, 10.0.0. But when you will reach to the router 2, will you specify or not? 10.0.0. That also you have to specify. Remember this. So when you are making a link between, this router got to know, okay, my network is 10.0.0. This router will get to know, okay, my network is also 10.0.0. So it means that both the router is having connections. They will get to know, okay, मेरा router भी बोल रहा है कि मेरे पास भी ये नेटवर्क है, वो भी बोल रहा है मेरे पास भी है, इसका मतलब हम दोनों का कनेक्शंस हैं, इसी से पता चल जाएगा। फिर आपके पास जो थर्ड नेटवर्क जो है, थर्ड जो सीरियल इंटरफेस का हमने जो आईपी रखा है 20.0.0, तो ये असाइन हम लोग राउटर 2 को करेंगे, और फिर राउटर 3 के पास जब जाएंगे तो 20.0.0 असाइन करेंगे, तो फिर राउटर 3 को पता चल जाएगा कि अच्छा ये जो 20.0.0 जो है ये राउटर 2 को भी आपने दे रखा है और मेरे को भी ये दे रखा है, तो इसका मतलब हम दोनों के साथ कनेक्शंस है। तो राउटर 1 फिर राउटर 3 को कैसे कनेक्शन समझेगा, वो समझेगा किसके थ्रू, राउटर 2 के थ्रू, क्योंकि राउटर 2 के पास उसके पास कनेक्शन हो गया और राउटर 2 का कनेक्शन किसके साथ है, राउटर 3 के साथ, तो ऑटोमेटिकली जितने भी पैकेट आप भेजोगे राउटर 3 के जितने भी डिवाइसेस हैं तो ये राउटर 2 के वाया हर इंफॉर्मेशन को पास करेगा। डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड? So let me first configure, slowly you understand in detail. Okay, so here we have already configured with directly connected network. Okay, so just 192.168.1.0.255. Yeah, that's correct. Now let's move to the next router.
Sir, if we don't give that wildcard mask, then what will happen? Means
No
what is
problem.
the difference?
No problem. It will work. In the EIGRP it will work. But in the OSPF you have to give. OSPF also required this concept.
Okay, sir.
Wildcard concept. So that's why from the EIGRP only I have started making you understand this concept. Okay, just see. So let's move to router 2, and here I have to assign the network. First I have to go to, let me check that what are the directly connected network. To show IP out. Yeah, you can see now that we have no, we have not been configured, but directly whatever directly connected are there, it's showing here. But what I'll do, all these directly connected details I have to enter here. So once you will type this command, you get to know also directly, okay, these are the networks I have to assign it here through the EIGRP. So here just simply you need to write router EIGRP. Guys, mute it. Those who are unmuting and speaking now, just make an habit of mute and unmute. So now you have asked the question and just mute it afterwards. कंटिन्यूस मेरे को आवाज आ रहा है कुछ, पता नहीं कौन है, ये ढूंढना पड़ेगा। Okay, EIGRP, and then I have to give that the detail, first of all, that the number where autonomous number which I have configured for the previous router, so that number I have to give. Okay, so here the router EIGRP, that is the 10, that was the number I have given. Now the next values is that the network I need to assign. What are the directly connected network? 10.0.0.0, and the value is like after this 10.0.0 you want to give the wildcard detail, you can enter it. So 255.0.0, so I will write 2.0.255.255.255. Done. And this is my wildcard detail, and here I have entered that what 10.0.0, so it was the class AIP. Okay, so once I have entered this in the class AIP, so the subnet mask was 255.0.0, so just I have converted the wildcard detail, so just 0 has been converted to 1 and 1 is converted to 0. That's done. So now the next value is 192 for another network. Network 192.8 dot, it should be 2.0, and the wildcard value should be 0.0.0.255. That's fine. And the next is another serial interface. So for that also I have to mention network and the value is 20.0.0. It should be 0 and followed with the wildcard mass of 0.255.255.255. Done. Just hit enter. I hope it's clear to all. So just see what are the things I have entered. Three directly connected network. Just look at here. The network, this one like 10.0.01, and another network was 192. This one related to switch, and another network was related to another router like 20.0.0.0. Right, and accordingly we have entered that the Walton mask, right? The same thing you have to do it for the third router as well. So just go to enable conf t, then, and if you want to check do show IP route, just you have to type the command, hit enter. These are directly connected, we got it. And now the next is we have to write the EIGRP router EIGRP, and the number is 10. So everywhere whenever you have started with the 10, so 10 everywhere you need to keep. Don't change it, make changes. Network.
So, but then what are the different zones that we are using? We are assigning the same number to every network.
That's why we have to communicate in all. If I'll give you the project or any kind of scenario, like one region, for the Bhubaneswar 3 router you have, another is for the Hyderabad, you have the 3 router, and for Bangalore 3 router. So 9 router if you're connecting a network. Suppose I'm giving just one scenario, and you want to have a communication only in the Bangalore. So you will use the one number for the Bangalore, another is for the Bhubaneswar, another for Hyderabad. So on there, the communication will be restricted. You will not have the same connection and packet sending in each and everywhere. That will not be accepted out there. So here I want that all should communicate. All the devices should communicate among themselves. That's why I'm using the same autonomous number. If I'll change that, the value, the communication will be big. So that also I'll show you. If you'll get the time, I'll show you. Otherwise, you can try from your side. You can change the number and just you can try it. You can check it. Okay. So as per now, I'm using the same number so that I want that all communications should establish in all the router, all the devices, whatever connected in our network. So that's why I'm using the same
Okay.
number.
So if
So
we use
just
the different numbers, then it won't ping, right? Like
yes, it won't ping. Yeah. So just look at here. But different number, 5 suppose router you have. All the 5 router you have used a different, different numbers. So all 5 will not ping. But the scenario is there. Suppose all the 5 router in your network, you have 3 router for Bangalore, you are using the same number. And another 5 router, you are using another number. And this another number, like suppose 11 you have used. So 11 is for 11 for the 5 routers. 10 is for 3 routers. So these 3 people will keep ping. These 3 people will communicate, and these 5 people, those who are having 11 number, they will also communicate among themselves. But between that 10 to 11, they will get connection break.
yes,
They
that
will
is true.
just see here in this case. I have to use directly connected network. So what are the directly connected? 20 dot. So let's move that to the 20 dot. This time I'll not enter wildcard mask, but still it will work. In the EIGRP, this kind of features is available. Without wildcard mask also it will function. So just see, I'm just giving directly my network detail. This is my directly connected. Another also I'll give it like for the network 192.168.3.0. Done. So here, what I have to do, just you need to check that. Like whenever you will send the packet now, it will be via which network it will be sent. Everything that we can verify it now, right? So what I'll do, let me exit from here. Let's move to the first router. So everywhere we have already been, configure EIGRP. Let me check whether it's pinging or not. Ping 2.3. First time it will be request time out because it's getting the connections. Now you can see initially when we are trying to ping that different devices from the different network, it was not pinging. Now can you see here it started pinging. Even you will type the IP of the different router, like what is the IP, like let it be ping 10.0.0.2. okay, so that was the second router, first interface, serial interface. This one will also ping. Just look at that. So how the connection is establishing, that also we can verify. Let me go to the router. Now all the router will ping. Even you will try from the second PC as well, and you will try to ping on that 192.168 dot let it be 2.3. I have checked 3.1. Let's try 3.1 or 3.2. 3.1 is the IP of the default gateway for the third router. Let me check. That will ping. Yeah, that's great. It's started pinging. I'm pinging from the first router. Remember this, guys. First router, first PC1 to the third router default gateway. 3.1 is the third router default gateway. Now, if I'll try to ping, just see here 3.2. This is my third router, first PC. That's great. This one is also started pinging. So that is the
Sir,
concern. Yeah, tell me.
when we were pinging the default gateways of routers, sir, no packet is missing. But when we are pinging the another PCs, then first packet is missing, right?
Yeah, that was the initial establishment of the connection. The first time I've started connections, like suppose I have configured all the devices, and I have what I did it. I have not checking the connections between the different devices, and in the switch, what I did it, like when I connected the devices through the switch, and I was trying to ping that the first devices initially. Before of that, I have not tried on that device, so it will. If the device is under the switch, so it will establish the connection. It will do the R process. Initially, the first packet will be, maybe it will be destination, or it will be dropped, or it will be a request timeout. But the second packet onwards, it will start pinging. But again, if you go for the second attempt, this type of any the messages like it's not reached, or destination resource is unreachable, or request time out, this type of problem will not come. Because just see, when I was in this PC, just look at there. Suppose I'm in this PC 0, and here if I'll be typing ping 190 to the same IP where I got no request timeout, the first IP. Let me go to, where was that? I was in the first PC only, right? Yeah, this one, 192.168.2.3. Let me type the same IP. Just see, because at that time they are establishing the connection, so it took some time. So that's why request timeout it shows, because as per the expected time, it was delay of that. So that's why this message came, request timeout. But after a few seconds onwards, packet started reaching to the destinations. But now if I'll try to ping this same PC, like 192.168 dot 2.3, let it be. Okay, that PC I tried earlier. Now you'll see there is no such condition. Just look at there. Okay, I have already simulation mode I have entered it, so it will be going ahead with that. I have to stop this. Just look at here how packet is sending. So where to where you have to transfer the packet. Just see, suppose I want to send the packet. So how will check that entire connections? Just let me freeze it.
Yes sir,
You
आप
have to
2.3 किए थे तो 2.3 पे गया वो मैसेज.
देखो कैसे ये कनेक्शन स्टार्ट हुआ. देखो मैंने यहाँ से सेंड किया था, पहले PC 0 से किया था, इसको किया था 2.3 को किया था. 2.3 मेरा ये वाला पैकेट था, तो ये यहाँ से आया गया पैकेट यहाँ को रीच किया था वो. फिर अब यहाँ से मैं रिटर्न अगर भेजूं तो किसको मैं सेंड कर रहा हूँ, किस को मैं जितना अभी नेटवर्क में पिंग किया है ना, जितने डिवाइसेस को, अब सबको एक एक करके जाएगा वो. मतलब मैंने ऑलरेडी कम्युनिकेशन स्टैब्लिश कर दिया था. तो देखो अब PC 0 से PC 3 को गया, PC3 से रिप्लाई गया है किसको, PC0 को। ये पूरा जो है नेटवर्क में दैट प्रोसेस इट्स हैपन, आई मीन इन दिस वे। Okay guys, so we have completed this EIGRP part. So next class we will move ahead with the OSPF. Okay, so any doubt if you have, you can ask me.
Sir, we can also do the same thing using RIP table.
With the RIP also you can do that. RIP we have did that already in the previous class.
Yes, sir.
Previous class we have done this RIP configurations. This is for the OSPF. Sorry, this is for the EIGRP.
Okay. So this one also we can previously configure using RIP and then do the rest of the things, right?
See, what is the the solution for the, suppose you have configure RIP for this network and now you wanted to configure with the EIGRP. So what you can do?
Yes, sir.
You can remove that RIP, the protocol, the command which you have written, a router RIP. So you have to type that no router RIP. So it will be removed each and every router.
Yes, sir.
Like first router you will go enter and just type that no router RIP. Second router also will do that no router RIP. Third router you will do the same thing. So all the previous network whatever you configure through the RIP, it will be removed. Then after this you have to go ahead with the EIGRP. You will write a router EIGRP and followed with all the.
Okay. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Sir, in the RIP also you have to give the directly connected networks, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question. While assigning a random number in EIGRP, suppose all those 5 routers are connected, but on the 2 router we have assigned a random other number like 9. So those who are having 9 they can communicate directly, and those who have 10 they can communicate directly.
Yes. 10 people communicate themselves to 9 people communicate themselves.
Sir,
Change that.
so the 9 can have same IP address as 10, or they will have a different IP address.
No, whatever IP, that's not a problem. You can use same IP, whatever IP you have configured earlier. From that range only you can enter. That's not an issue. You are changing the autonomous number, right? So
Yes, sir.
number, if you change the number, the whatever network you have configured from the same zone or from the same number only they will allow you to ping. If different number you have, or you'll think that okay, different number, if we have configured with a different router and all the routers should connect, then it will be a packet will not be sent to that different zone. You can try from your side, like here I have used a 10 number in each router. What you will do it in next time, like you will assign like 10 in 10 in first and second router, and 9 you will just change the EIG autonomous number 9 to the third router and see the situation what is happening, and just let me know in the next class. We will discuss about this. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we will see you probably from next class. I think ma'am will also take your session because that was a command like it was for 1.5 hour minimum. That's why I also have told ma'am to please take from the Friday or next week. That will be better. She will continue from probably next class or from the Monday. Because till Friday you have a class. Saturday, Sunday you have to give all the pending tests. So yesterday I didn't get time to enable all the tests and share you the packet tracer activities. I remember it what I said to you. So today I will try it. Again, I have lots of classes today. Let's see if I'll get time before 5 or 6. So I'll update it in the group, like whatever things enable exams and all. Probably like as I have said yesterday, like the checkpoint 2 and 3 exam will be enabled this week. Okay. So first checkpoint exam we have already been given. Second and third that you have to complete by this week. So hopefully today I will be going to enable your test, and you'll get some time so that you can plan it accordingly when you give the second one and when you give the third one. Okay, we'll see you.
So the timing will write in the group, right? For how much duration?
Yes, yes, everything I'll mention in the. So,
Sir, I wanted to ask something. Sir, regarding attendance, sir, are you there?
yes, I'm there.
Yes, sir. Sir, regarding attendance, I just marked that the classes that were held after NSEM, like just 2 to 3 days ago. Since then, I have been using my roll number full, but before NSEM, I was using only the last 3 digits of my roll number. So does that count, or will it not be marked as present? Sir, I guess you're on mute.
Yeah, what I said, I have told from the beginning of the session, whenever you're joining
Yes, sir.
classes, join with your roll number and a name. So don't do any this type of mistake.
Okay, sir. Like I used to join with the last 3 digits of my roll number, like 1
No,
5.
no. Full roll number. You have to join with the complete.
Okay, okay. So currently it is like full roll number, then underscore and then name.
Yes, yes. Just see na other student. All people they're joining. They know that.
Yes, sir.
Like that way you have to.
Sir, you are also going to share student what labs the student resources they have to do. And
Yeah. I told you na. Just now I have said. I started with what I done you. Accordingly, I'll do that probably by today. Enabling exam and share packet tracer activities. Okay.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.